Ben, welcome to Australia. It's good to see you again. Where do you see the Australian industry in 2 to 5 years' time?
For the future, I think a lot of things are already developing now, and so one of the things is that you see that the knowledge about equipment, that people know when they start a certain crop that they need a certain equipment. Also aspects of the energy saving, the carbon problems, so there are a lot of things that will come to the growers and they have to deal with that.
Yes. We're not seeing any movement in this country that I can see towards reducing that carbon footprint. A little bit here and a little bit there.
Yeah.
Compared to what's happening, say, in America or in Europe. What do you think is holding us back from moving towards that?
One thing is simply, I think, because increasing the production, making more money, that's the focus of the grower, and to deal with carbon problems, it costs in general a lot of money, and so growers are more focused on quality and production at this moment, and the next step will be the carbon footprint, I think.
Okay.
But it's an important thing also to follow.
There's a lot of uncertainty about the carbon emissions scheme, which is obviously going to drive this development.
Yeah.
How critical is it that government policy come in, that we start to move towards that?
I think because you have to sell your product, so it's very important that you have a good a message also to the consumers that you have that you deal with the CO2 in the right way. So in that case, it's important that the grower has to have a message that he has also knowledge from himself what CO2 does my product cost, how is the efficiency of my CO2 of my product, so that he can also tell that to the consumers, that he's doing everything to get a good high efficiency of using the CO2.
Okay. You are one of the chief trainers, educators at PTC Plus in Holland. In Australia, we have a skills shortage. We don't have people who are qualified, particularly in greenhouse technology. We're starting to take a move along that path. Where do you come into that, into helping us to up our skills?
It is what I have done last week. I think that was already a very good start. Also my colleague Herman did that. So just make the people, or give the people knowledge, show the people practical things, that they understand what they are doing, that on the based on the knowledge of the grower, that you need knowledge to understand, to feel the plant, to understand what's happening, relate that with the weather that's coming, or that's at the actual there, so that you can actually make use of the knowledge to grow an optimal plant, or maximum production.
Okay, and last question. What's happening in Europe? I mean, is there a trend that's coming through in Europe? Is it automation? Is it crops, specific product lines?
So there have been a lot of development in the crops already. What's happening now is very often that you get specific markets, so the niche markets, that's what I see. So the bulk product, the price is going down because there are just a few buyers and a lot of growers. So, and the niche market, so grow local products, sell in the local market. So that kind of things that are developments on the product side. But on the automation side, you see, let's say high tech, using weather information, put that into the computer, predict what, for example, what the energy demand will be for the next day, do models about sensors on the plant that you can predict how the plant feels in the greenhouse and apply that to the technique. That kind of things, using models to control the climate. That's a very big issue at this moment, and also energy saving. So the buffer, the heat storage tanks, so, the CHP, so the co-generation, all these things, they are very optimum. Another thing that does not is not a problem. The Australian market is the construction of how's the price of electricity and gas. So here you pay for 1 cubic meter of gas, or you pay a certain price. In Holland, the price depends on how many gas do you use on a year base, and also what is the maximum hour capacity you contract. So that makes the price. So the grower is not only focused on how many cubic meters of gas do I use on a year base, but also what is my maximum peak. So he tries to balance out the heat demand so he can reduce the peak, so he can have a lower price for the total year. And the other thing is that a lot of growers, they produce electricity with the CHP and they try to sell the electricity, so they buy and sell on the market. So the grower is on one part, he's the grower, and on the other part he's a manager to manage he wants to buy and to sell electricity. Some growers make a lot of money with that.
Okay. One more question for you. I've seen, I'm starting to see the appearance of infrared to measure plant temperature as the main control for manipulating the internal climate. How important is that? Is that the trend now?
It's additionally to what, so you have the weather station, or the measuring box, the screen to measure the air temperature and the humidity, and with measuring the plant temperature you involve the condition of the plant into the strategy, and I think that's very important, that you can make the condition of the plant, you can involve it into the strategy, because now it's just if the air temperature is okay and humidity is okay, then the plant will be okay, but the infrared gives additional information about the condition of the plant, and it's very important.
Okay.